Hey, Slimebag! What's your problem, bro? We're trying to have a good time. Nope. Who the hell are you? What the hell? Come on! We got to go to the circus!
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. We're having a good reel so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad, the Brett Man's over there. Destiny is back with us right down here, and we are going to be talking about our Scream 6 predictions that we made a couple weeks ago. And now it's time to see if we're right or not. So it's going to be really fun to talk about each and every one of those, see who had the most predictions correct, and I'm interested to see who that's going to be. And it's going to be fun, man. More Scream talk, and we're excited about it, man.
Yeah, and then, of course, we're going to talk about the future of Scream 7 as well. Do some way like a year or two, some early predictions, not to count for anything, just to get a little warmed up for next year. So we got a very good show planned for you all. And Destiny, how are you doing tonight?
Tired, but excited.
Tired?
I'm very excited to see how everyone did.
There you go. Let's see if Destiny gets to reclaim her title or if there's going to be a new champion. But no, we appreciate you being here. We know that the time change has been kicking everybody's ass. So again, we appreciate you wanting to do this show with us tonight. So let's go ahead and say hello to the chat, and we'll do some in-house stuff, and we'll just get started, everybody. So let's see here. We got Lamontre. What's going on? Good Real Hunting. Don't know who those asshats are. Yo, Adrian, how you doing? We're going to talk about post predictions to Scream 7, And then we got Gory Tiger. What's going on? We got the scaredy cat in the house, Brayden Timmons. So we got the scaredy cat in the house. What's going on? We got Ashton. What's going on? We got Chris Snyder in the house. Heather, long time no see. What's going on, Heather? Saying, hey, everyone, just stopping by to say hello. Haven't seen Scream 6 yet, so I'm out. Have a great stream. Yes, please get out. Not because we hate you or anything, but we don't want to spoil anything for you. So let's see who else we got. We got Rosie. Rosie, here's your rose, my dear. We got Brooke in the house. What's going on, Brooke? We got Brother Fluff. What's going on, Brother Fluff? And Scaredy Cat is crazy. Yeah, I know you are crazy there, Brayden. We got Oracle 684. What's going on? And yeah, that is everybody. So before we even go further into this, of course, we got to thank our awesome Real Hunters. They're the official backbone of this channel. I was about to say these channels. There's only one channel, and they're the backbone of it. These are Real Hunters, our Patreons. They make our channel successful and help us succeed to our goals. So if you want to contribute to this channel, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Select it. Select the tier. Any tier would be fantastic. So you all can be a Real Hunter today. And we also have our YouTube membership program. So if you don't want to mess with Patreon, you can easily mess with YouTube membership. So you can get like cool earn badges, get some cool emojis, all that fun stuff. So you also can be a Real Hunter today.
Yeah, and if you can't be on either, that's okay. Just being here is great, man. Liking this stuff, sharing it, being here in the comments, being over there in the live chat. It's all just a great doozy of a time. So we're really grateful for all that, and much appreciated.
Yeah, and of course, let us know if you're watching after the fact. What are some of your, did you do really good on your predictions for Scream 6? And what do you all think about the future of Scream for Scream 7? Let us know in that comment section down below so we can get that discussion rolling. And yes, we are going to be talking some Scream 6 spoilers. So like Heather, if you have not seen Scream 6, please get out very kindly. Go watch Scream 6. Come back here to see if your predictions are right along with ours. And of course, we got this official word for our boy Darth Stewie.
No, hang on. Spoiler alert. Okay.
Can we change that?
Stewie.
Can we change that to the guy from Get Out when he says, "Get out, get out"? It's like, get out of
How
here.
about I do the best of both worlds on the when I do my next like editing for all this stuff?
Hell yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. So, all right. Before we like prediction time, of course, quick thoughts about the movie for Scream 6. I know we each did our spoiler reviews, our own channels and shows. So we're not going to go dive into it because again, if you want to see Destiny and Braden's thoughts, Fear Freaks has their episode available on Braden Timmons' channel, or if you want to hear me and Brad's thoughts, our review is on our channel as well for in more depth reviews or like details about the review. So real quickly, Destiny, what is your overall thought on Scream 6?
I really enjoyed it the first time, and then I loved it the second time. It's kind of what I imagined, but didn't imagine for this movie to feel like, and it definitely felt different. But I think it felt different in a good way, and it was pretty brutal. And I thought Ghostface was awesome, so I loved it.
Hell yeah. Brad, what about you, buddy?
I loved it. It felt fresh throughout. It felt like they were taking the franchise forward to me. So I really appreciated it for that. It just had a new vibe, a new feel, but it still very much felt like a Scream movie. It didn't take that away. So I really appreciated it for that. And like you said, Ghostface was badass, rocking and rolling, slaying fools left and right. Not really, but sort of slaying fools, but also letting them get away at the same time. But whatever, we had a good time with it. It was fun.
Hell yeah, and I agree with you both. This movie has did a really great job getting us excited for the future of this franchise. That we want more movies. Which, trust us, Scream fans, anything Scream at us, we will easily go to the theater on day one and watch it. I love this movie. This movie gave me a lot more than I actually wanted. So that is always a treat for a movie that, especially, I'm highly anticipated for. This one was my second most anticipated movie of this year. So I was happy with the results. But am I going to be happy with the results of the predictions? This is why you all are here. Let's get down to business. So there is a total of 27 points. And let's go ahead and start with the opening because, again, opening of the show, opening of the kill. So let's get into it, dive into it. Actually, I'm going to have to move the banner, but you all know. We'll go over the show details afterwards. So our opening kill. Let me get the results here so I can read them out loud. So the opening kill, Destiny had Samara Weaving. Brad has Samara Weaving, and I had no opening kill. And don't I feel dumb as hell for that? So without further ado, let's reveal the results. Samara Weaving was the opening kill. So Brad and Destiny off to a great start. And yours truly, Bert, is going to Bert. Yeah.
You tried.
So.
You tried.
Well, I didn't try very hard, but so were you all we'll do like quick thoughts too. So like we'll do Destiny, Brad, and then me. So Destiny, were you happy with Samara Weaving being the opening kill of this movie?
I was happy that she was the opening, and then I was like, what the fuck? But I was happy that she was the opening. I think she did great in it, and I loved her death scene. I liked how out of nowhere it was, even though we knew he was around. So I definitely enjoyed her for what she was in it, of course.
Hell yeah. I easily when she screamed, that just like that's all I need out of Samara. I needed Samara to do one good horror girl scream, and she easily did that, and I was happy with her. Of course, we could use her for a little bit longer in this movie, but I thought for what she was asked to do, she nailed it. Brad, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, so she wasn't in the movie long, great talent, but even though she wasn't in the movie, she provided one of the best openings in this whole franchise. A franchise known for openings. She came in and gave us one of the best in the whole franchise. I might be the best since the original. I'd have to sit down and think about it, but yeah, it was great, and I like the way a lot of things they did differently with that. Like the regular voice on the phone instead of Ghostface at first kind of made you feel a little bit more comfortable, but not really. It was really well done, man, and she's a big part of the reason why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And agree with my boy Brett for Flood saying, Brett, you're very pretty. You don't have to be a genius. Thanks, Dennis. I really appreciate that. That just makes me feel so much better. But I promise you, you're about to see how dumb as hell I am. Here in a little bit, you're going to probably change your opinion. Okay, that is the first round. Let's go to the freaking box office. We kind of had a prediction if this movie was going to have a better box office opening weekend than Scream 5. I think we all assumed that that was going to be a good, strong case. And indeed it was, earning $44.5 million domestically, U.S. domestically over the weekend. So if this picture will pull up, there it is. Everybody got that correct. So, Desi, were you surprised that this was the most successful Scream movie in opening weekend history for the franchise?
No.
No.
Nor was I, Birdie. Nor was I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. So definitely not surprised there. And then I will ask that question again, but with Scream 7 versus Scream 6 later on.
It was some of the best marketing we've seen in any kind of recent horror movie, man. They really knocked it out of the park, man. They had it going on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. The marketing for this movie was absolutely astounding. So let's see here. Let's go to do our cameos. Did we have any surprise cameos in this movie? Let's see here. So for cameos, I said yes, while Brad and Destiny said no. So did we have any surprise cameos? We absolutely did not. I was fucking disappointed as hell because I thought with New York, at least we get at least one freaking celebrity, but unfortunately we didn't. So I am down 1-2, while Brad and Destiny are still on the hot train right now. We're rocking and the rolling. And of course, I figured with a surprise cameo, we get a little Selena Gomez action. Did Selena Gomez appear in this movie? We all said no. And of course, it was absolutely not. So Selena Gomez did not make it into this movie with obvious reasons. So our next one, we have past character appearances. Do we have any Scream characters from the past being included in this movie? And of course, this does not count Billy Loomis because he was kind of part of this story already. So he does not count. Let's see here. And for me, I said yes, while Brad the Destiny said no. And the results... Shut the hell up, Brad.
Birdie.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you, Mark. You know what? How about you do the rest of the show?
Because you have all the answers.
Well, okay, yeah, exactly. How about you be kinder to me right now? Because now you're our only hope to beat Destiny. Because both of you have yet to miss one.
It's because we're a bunch of professionals.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we're now, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. Let's see here. Yes, Sydney Prescott. Did she get mentioned in this movie? We all figured that she would, so we all said yes. And to our best knowledge, she absolutely did get mentioned. And Destiny, do you think how they mentioned Sydney into this movie was handled with care and good enough for you, or do you think they could have done better with it?
This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted Sydney to have a good life and a happy ending, and so far that's what she's getting, so I'm happy about that because I don't want to see her die, and I don't see how else she wouldn't be involved in the story other than that, so I'm happy with it. It's what I wanted.
Hell yeah, and I agree. I thought they handled it absolutely perfect. Brad, what about you?
I think so too, man. I don't think you could have done any better. I thought there was a perfect explanation why she wasn't there. Made sense. And they made this movie successful without her needing to be there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Snyder says, good job, Brett. You got one right. So let me take a quick commercial break. Fuck you right there. So back onto the show. But Chris being a smart ass there. And Oracle just pre-ordered his Scream 6 Steelbook from Best Buy. Ooh, I need to go ahead on Amazon and order my freaking 4K of Scream 6 so it could get here on time. Because, those are going to be selling really quick. So good job, Oracle 684, for a great reminder. when there's Sydney and we're talking about a blast from the past, of course we gotta address the Stu Faulkner. Did he have an appearance in this movie? And when we did this, we're not talking about like a mention or a picture. We're talking about like Stu Faulkner himself, physical appearance in this movie. And we all said he will not make a physical appearance in this movie. And we were all correct. We had the pictures of him like on the billboard. We got him mentioned between between Mindy and Kirby. So, Destiny, I know you say you did not want Steve Faulkner in this movie, but were you happy that he was not in this movie?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the character. I love Matthew Lillard, but just no. So, yeah, I'm happy he wasn't in it.
Brad, what about you?
Yes, I am glad he was not in the movie. I do find it interesting that they left it open, more open for him to come back than before, though. I really do think they did that in this movie. I still don't think he's going to per se, but I think it's more possible now than it was before Scream 6 with some of the mentions that he got.
All right, and Chris Nair is the big belief of the TV that killed him did, saying that Chris. So I'm going to say this in my Josh Hartnett voice. Stu Faulkner is dead. That's pretty much my big opinion on that. So I'm sorry,
Loomis?
I don't need him.
He's fucking dead. D
Stu Faulkner,
E
he's
A
dead.
D.
Oh my god. Frank Riker could do a better Samuel Loomis voice, so I'm going to have to ask him Saturday to do that. So Steve Faulkner is dead, everybody. And then Anthony Jordan Movies and More. What's going on, my friend? Saying it's been almost a week and I still don't know how to feel about this. Well, man, the only thing I can suggest to you is go see it in theaters again and see how you feel after that rewatch.
Yeah, man. I've seen a lot of people kind of change their opinion on it on rewatch over the last week or so. You know, like people who didn't like it too much at the beginning have come to like it more. I don't know if anybody who watched it again who liked it disliked it more the second time, but I think it's getting a lot more love on its second time around because there's a lot of people that don't like the movie because some of the decisions that were made. But I mean, it's just details, man. We all had a good time.
Yeah, always about the details. And Chris Snyder says they didn't leave it open. Brad, damn it! Like,
well, I think they did, man. Whenever Mindy said, "Yeah, if you believe he's dead," I think that's the first mention in canon that there's rumors out there that he didn't die. Before it's been cut and dry. He died in Scream 1, 100%. Never thought anything about it. But that little rumor, that little tidbit, that question mark next to his face 2 on the board, it makes questions be asked, which I never had those questions before. I still don't think it's going to happen. I'm not changing my predictions for Scream 7, but it's a little bit more possible now, I think.
Well, they set it up in Scream 5 with that fucking when Richie was watching Dead Meat. Like, that's one of the videos is like, like, could he be alive? So I do like that. It's kind of like what I see it as is an ongoing joke and that they're aware that that's what people want or some people want. So I think they're just kind of like, playing along with it. But I really hope he doesn't come back.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely interesting. And I did change the poll question in the chat. Now I'm asking the chat if Steve Faulkner is alive or is he? I'm sorry, I asked him if he's dead. So I did change the poll question just to give you all results from the previous poll, which I asked them if they were looking forward to Scream 7. Most people said absolutely they're looking forward to Scream 7. So that's awesome. So as y'all are answering those that particular question in the poll in the chat, let's move on to the next one. Actually, let me get Braden's comment here saying, I'm glad that there are people that think Stu is alive, but he is dead. Thanks, Braden. I agree.
Do we get credit for that bonus? Let me see what the next question is. It may already be there.
Oh, no. Are you talking about the bold prediction?
The what?
The bold predictions. That's the bonus.
No.
That's like the tiebreaker question.
Well, when we're doing the show, I think Destiny and I both said that they might make some kind of joke that to the people, like a meta joke that Stu might be alive. And I think we got that one right.
That is a good point. I think we did say that.
Okay, well, I messed up on that one, but I'll reward you all both with a point on that. Because of course, I'm going to be honest. I got no chance in this. It's going to be between you two. So you know what? I'll reward you all an extra point on that. How about that?
Hell yeah,
Okay,
Birdie.
sorry, I got to update the scoreboard real quick. Let's see here. All right, 20. Ooh, almost said the score out loud. That wouldn't have been fun. That would have ended the stream immediately. So let's see here.
Yeah, don't do that, Birdie. We've done that before. Don't do that again.
Yeah,
The
let's
first time
not
was my
do that.
fault.
Yeah, I know. Dadgummit. So anyways, yeah, y'all mentioned some Steve Faulkner references. What about freaking Stab? Was Stab referenced in this movie? Yeah. The streak is over for Destiny on that one. Me and Brad said yes. Destiny said no. She was wrong, so she has her first false prediction of this challenge so far.
Who gives a fuck about the movies?
Oh, wow. Everybody's going crazy in the chat right now. So thank you guys so much for that. I saw Matt Fauci's there, so let's pull him up. Trying to hit on my girl right there of Rosie. So, Matt, find your own roads. So welcome, Matt. Oh, what's going on? Mega Mike, the movie man. What's going on, my friend? Saying hello, everyone. Can't wait for our Scream 6 post game live. And of course, looking forward to 7. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm so looking forward to 7. It's going to be awesome. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. And just in case everyone in the chat, if you have not seen Mega Mike in the chat before, please make him feel welcome to Good Real Hunting.
Not gonna lie, man. I gave you the peace symbol, but I know you can't see it now because this thing's up on the screen. So it's there,
I'd
man.
rather
It's
not
there.
look at you right now because she would make fun of me. So, all right. So let me continue getting some notes here. Okay, we did Stab references. Let me get back to my questions here. Okay. Weapons and types of kills. We had like Destiny mentioned like 3 of them, but I'm not going to give you a point for each one. I'll give you one solid point for at least getting one of them. That's how I did it. Destiny said there's going to be types of kills and weapons of falling, the subway, and a knife. While I said a knife simply, and for some strange ass reason, Brad just said a skyscraper.
I said falling, which counts. That counts. We already
You
discussed
did
this.
not.
Yes, I did.
You saw.
I said Ghostface is going to throw somebody off a building, which he did. That counts like a mofo.
He did say that. I'll back him up. I'll defend him.
Okay. All right, then let me make a change real quick. All right, Brad, you better thank Destiny. You better thank Destiny on that one.
Well, I do. I will, of course, thank Destiny for that. But I also said it, though.
All right, and so ignore that X symbol for Brad. He did get that correct. So just wanted to let y'all know he did get that correct. And just in case, if I accidentally skipped you, I'm sorry, Russell. Russell, how are you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for hanging out with us, my friend.
Yes.
And so let's see here. Let's when there's always a weapons in the type of kill, there's always the gore. And so we predicted whether this movie for Scream 6 is scorier than Scream 5, or was it going to be scorier than Scream 5? And I'm pretty sure that opening absolutely answered that question for all of us. So I reward us all a point with an absolute yes to that one. So Destiny, what did you think about the gory kills in this movie?
I loved them. They definitely stepped it up. I think it's probably because Scream isn't super known for being bloody, even though some death scenes definitely are. But pretty much with I would say with every death scene in this movie, it was like over the top. So maybe besides one, which I loved every second of it. My friends and I were freaking out in the best way. So I loved it. And I hope that they keep stepping it up because I think it makes it scarier and much more intimidating. So
okay, for a second, I could have sworn you said, I hope they step it up. It says step it up because that
Yes.
would have easily been more appropriate on that one. So I gotta give me new headphones because apparently y'all are saying things that are not actually there. But no, I'm glad that you definitely enjoyed the gore in this movie. I did as well, and I even made a realization last night on Matt Fauci's channel with one of the kills, and that is for Anita's kill, which is Mindy's girlfriend. I was wondering why they included the random, like her hitting the dumpster with her head, and it all made sense to me. It was a nod to Jason Takes Manhattan when Julius's head went into the dumpster.
It's actually pretty clever. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, so I just figured they threw in a little Jason Takes Manhattan. Do you think I'm crazy on that, or do you think that was just like?
I could give you that. I could give you that.
Please give me that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yes.
Whether it was intentional or not, what are the odds? I mean, I'm sure there's dumpsters though, but I would like to think yes, that's pretty cool.
This time the buddy went with it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
And Brother Plus says, "Damn, Brett has missed enough. Y'all don't have to gang up on him." Exactly. Like, let me at least have a couple of them. But no, Brad, what about you? What do you think about the gore fest that was Scream 6?
I loved it, man. The only thing that detracts it a little bit is the fact that as much as he sliced people up, he didn't kill anybody. So that's the one thing that kind of pulls it back a little bit. But even though he didn't kill people, when he tried to kill people, it was gory as hell. Like, like obviously the Samara Weaving kill was the most brutal, and that wasn't even the real Ghostface. So that was kind of interesting. But then, like, yeah, the one with the dumpster was great. Before she fell off and hit the dumpster and she got stabbed in the stomach, that was pretty brutal. Didn't do the job quite well. But I think some of the best kills in this movie were the Ghostface kills, like the deaths of the Ghostfaces, the three of them. All three of those were freaking kick ass, man. And they were some of the most gory, gruesome kills of the whole bunch. So those I really liked.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there, Brad. And Brad, real quickly, sorry, a little distraction here. What's one of your all-time favorite movies?
One of my all-time favorite movies?
Yeah, like yo, Brad, what's one of your all-time favorite movies?
Hey, yo, Adrian, you know how you doing? It's gonna be Rocky, man. I know she.
Well, there you go. Rosie giving you a little Rocky nod right there. You trade your passion for glory.
Yeah, I saw that a minute ago. That's freaking badass, man. Rocky 3 style.
Yeah, so anytime we see one of our all-time favorite movies on this channel, we always have to take a pause and acknowledge it. So let's go ahead and move on. Oh, actually, Russell asked us a good question. Y'all can remind me here. I think you all guys have predicted that there would be nods to Friday the 13th Part 8, right? I didn't have that down on the sheet, but I think we already assumed that they were going to do something, so that's why we didn't do a prediction on it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but either way, I think we all got the points for it because we all kind of agreed they would do something. So
yeah, so I think that's why we didn't count it. So, but good job for double checking there, Russell. So what's the next one? Oh, Brad, speaking of your freaking skyscraper, man. Ghostface chucks someone from a skyscraper. Did that happen in this movie? Let me get my notes here. Ghostface chucks skyscraper. To my surprise, man, I forgot about this. Destiny actually said yes to this, while Brad obviously said yes to this, and I said no to this.
I still think we got it.
And listen. Yeah. Hold up.
Just because he's go ahead.
We also said thrown out or from something, and it was not a skyscraper, but someone did get thrown out.
Yeah, they used the height.
Like 3 or 4 stories high.
Yeah, and just because they weren't on the top story of the building doesn't mean it's not a tall building. Like they just happen to be on the 2nd or 3rd floor.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You have to be more details with this. Like now, you're all just scratching up for points.
Let's go back and rewatch it then, because I remember mentioning a freaking apartment. I remember mentioning. I remember.
Yeah. And the point is, the point we're trying to make is that they were going to use a classic kind of New York kind of vibe, like like a New York building. That building that they got chucked from, or she fell from, would be the tallest building in most freaking cities in America. So let's be real. Let's get out of here.
Okay, I'll reward you all the points. Y'all are being greedy right now, making me feel like a piece of shit.
Now it would have been cooler. It would have been cooler if it was
because
like that.
Technically, she got knocked off of a ladder. He didn't actually chuck anybody.
Oh, come on. Get out of here.
Fine.
Now you're just being too technical.
Well, I'm trying to get all the points I can get just for my self-esteem. I know I'm a selfish bastard. I'm not a cheater. I'll tell you this. By the end of this, you're gonna be like, "Oh well, he did fucking cheat. He didn't have to." Uh, I'm about to cry. Brad, you take over the show. I'm about to cry. Okay, let's move on here. We did say, of course, we got this awesome scene where a whole bunch of people dress up as their favorite horror icons, and we thought, or at least I thought it would be a good question if Ghostface going to kill somebody dressed up as one of these famous Halloween icons in the costume kill, and let's see here, and we all said no to this, and the results. We were absolutely correct on this. So they were not. I think that was. I'll be honest with you. I think that is a missed opportunity. That would have been cool if Ghostface killed like a kind of like someone cosplaying as Michael Myers or something like that. That would have been really cool. Like, would y'all think that'd be too meta, or do you just kind of glad that they just skipped that idea?
I think it's a little too much, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Brad.
I think it would be a statement. It'd be saying, "Hey, look, here I am, Halloween, making better movies than you made." Like I think that's what it would be, and I think it would have been kind of funny. But nonetheless, how badass is this picture though, and all the people they had on that train, that subway,
Especially your boy Brad, freaking chick like Jason, right there.
Fuck that motherfucker. But you also had the the Exorcist here. You got freaking Pinhead in the back. We saw Georgie in there, Samara Weaving it herself, right there from Ready or Not. It's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, and I met as again, I was on Matt Fauci's channel yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to ask Destiny and Braden this. Hopefully, Braden's still in the chat, but at least I'll ask Destiny this. Did you catch someone cosplaying as Mojo Jojo in the subway?
I thought I remember seeing yes, but whenever I saw it, because I saw the brain, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I kind of looked at the costume and I was like, huh. But I didn't piece together that that's what it was. But I saw that and it stuck out to me. That makes sense as to why, though.
Yeah, and that is why, because that was Mojo Jojo. And just in case if nobody knows, Roger L. Jackson not only voices Ghostface, but he also voiced Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls. So that's why they threw in that nod to Roger L. Jackson in this movie.
He doesn't voice Face though. That's our good friend Chris Snyder.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, I thought that was cool. So good question there. So we are still on the roll here, and we're about to get to our big predictions here just in a little bit. We got two more to go over. This question was any New York settings. We talked about like how they were going to utilize New York in this movie. And this is a two-part question. So with a two-part question, chance to gain 2 points. So let me get here. So Destiny said that there were going to be streets and alleys. I said, and Brad also said, we're going to have the Statue of Liberty be in use in this movie. So
now I said, now hang on just a damn minute. I said
now you're making up shit. Stop.
I said the Statue of Liberty would make an appearance, and it did in the subway as one of the costumes.
But we meant like it being
nobody specified the Statue of Liberty.
Now you're kind of pushing it because Brad did message me that, and I was like, okay, now, buddy.
It's true, man. It's
true. He actually tried to get away with the point of somebody dressing up as the Statue of Liberty counting.
It made an appearance. It made an appearance. The persona of the Statue of Liberty was there in the flesh in this movie, baby.
Sorry, Brad. I'm overruling you on this one. So Destiny was right on both, so she gets double points, while me and Brad get the acknowledgement that there was going to be a use of the New York setting, but we were wrong with how they were going to use it.
I'm still counting it. I don't care.
Well, you could count. You could count it in your own rule book. Yeah. Again, I feel like Central Park. Yeah, they did use Central Park. So damn, shame on us for not thinking about Central Park right there.
It would have been cool if they went a little bit deeper into Central Park because it's huge, man. Would have been cool if we got a little bit more.
Chris, I thought I had a good format, okay? But like apparently no one appreciates all the hard work I've done. I even chose this over work of my second half of the day, so don't tell my employment.
You guys both agreed to give me that point. by the way.
We agreed to give you a point from earlier, but not for this one. I can't. My gut can't do this one, so we're going to have just suck it up, Brad. And then we got Aaron Click just joined us. What's going on there, Aaron Click?
Hello.
So, all right, Evan, the last one before we get into the big predictions here, like the ones you are most curious about. That's going to be the new mask in this movie. Was the new mask from a previous Scream movie? We all said yes to this, and absolutely, we nailed it. Exactly what it was. The mask you see on screen was none other than Billy Loomis's mask, and they used the other mask as well from the previous Scream movie. So I thought that was just super cool with how they decided to use that.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I love the mask.
Yeah, me too. Like, okay, real quick question, and then we'll get into the big ones. Do you all think this is the best looking Ghostface mask in the entire franchise?
Ooh, and
Because
You know
I
what?
say yes.
yeah. I say yeah.
Brad, what about you?
I agree, dude. It's definitely the coolest. It's the first time they really did anything different with it aside from that TV series. So yeah, I really liked it, and I liked what they did with the mask in the movie, leaving him at all the crime scenes, it being the actual mask from the previous murders, getting a little bit of love for Roman, of course, the goat, and yeah, it was really cool.
So, hell yeah. So, all right. Let me check the comments section real quick. Butterfly says you all nailed it, like all the guys nailing Quinn. Damn, you
Hey,
naughty
she's
dog.
sex positive.
God. Hey, you know what, man? As
She's
Quinn said
Quinn.
in the movie,
Not anymore, she's not.
It's all about variety. All about variety. So, all
Honestly.
right, let's get into the big freaking predictions. These are the biggest of the big. I can't even express how big this is. Possibly it is even bigger than Princeton upsetting the Arizona Wildcats in NCAA March Madness today, which I'm pretty sure nobody cares about. So I'm going to move on from that. And we talked about survivors in this movie, and we had 6 predictions on whether a character is going to survive or they're going to get sliced and diced. So our first one is Sam Carpenter. Did she survive? We all said yes, she would. Of course she did. She absolutely survived all the ghost faces in this movie.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and go with the next one here. We got Tara. Did Tara survive the ghost faces in this movie? We all agreed on the fact that we did think that she will survive in this movie. And she absolutely did, even though she took one to the gut from a knife from one of our Ghostface killers. But you know what? She's still a badass. She pulled through. She no-sold the backstabbing injury. She made it out A-OK 100% and ready to be in Scream 7. So,
yes.
All right. Sorry, I got a daydream real quick. There's my beautiful girl, Kirby. Okay, sorry, I'm done daydreaming. But we did ask if Kirby was going to survive in this movie, and we all agreed that she will survive in this movie. And of course, she did. She absolutely survived. She kicked ass. She threw TVs at people. It was beautiful to have her back. And
yeah.
All right, this is where we get a little bit into what I've been hearing as of late, plot armor. Unfortunately, that is a term that I've been hearing a lot the past couple of days. But again, rightfully so with these 3 particular predictions. Starting off with our girl, Gail Weathers. Did she survive in this movie? Destiny said yes. Brad said yes. And I said no. And literally, no, I didn't change it. I definitely said that she did not.
We
survive.
both changed it. We both initially said yes, and then we changed it to no.
Destiny?
Who, me?
No, I definitely remember Destiny saying that Gail was going to survive.
I did not change mine.
Oh, yeah, well, I did.
No,
Oh,
you
you
changed
did?
yours from yes, you said she was, and then you changed it to no towards the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Or whatever one where she survives. That's what I mean.
I did have no circled, but then I had yes circled. like
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, it
So-
changed like a mofo. I thought we both did, but I guess not. I
No, Destiny was a clear yes for Gale. But let me go ahead and reveal the results of that. I was wrong, even though when they said that Ghost had a low pulse, I went I legit said "fuck" in the theater because I knew I got that wrong. So son of a bitch, Gale,
misheard
damn
you,
you,
I'm sorry.
Gale. What do you mean I deserve? Did you say I deserve it?
No, I said I
No.
misheard you. I'm sorry. I thought
no.
you had it the other way around.
That's
No,
why I was confused. I was like, I did not say she would die. I didn't want her to.
But no, you all get a point for that, and I was really pissed off with this particular result. But we are going to move on to our next person, and that is Mindy. Did Mindy survive this movie? We all said yes, we believe that she would survive in this movie. We got lucky. She almost didn't make it, but she did with all those good pain medications. She did survive in this movie. Everybody gets a point. So
Yeah, dude. She had a couple close calls, Birdie. I think she probably should have been a goner, but not as much as somebody else.
Yeah, I know. We're about to get to that son of a bitch next because this one, like, I was okay, like, if Gail did survive, but this next one, freaking Chad, if he would have died like he was supposed to, I would have gotten the next prediction question absolutely correct. So fuck you, Chad. Even though I love Chad in this movie, but still, fuck you for surviving all those multiple stab wounds. Of course, I said no. And Brad also said no to him surviving, while Destiny said yes, that Chad will survive. So Destiny, for all 6 of them, said that they would survive. She nailed this 6 for 6.
Fucking right.
Destiny's got it right. And of course, I said fuck at the end of the movie as well.
Yeah, I was the
got
complete
screwed.
opposite. I was when he got stabbed, I was like, fuck, I missed one. We got a live one over here. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I got so
Oh my
fucking
God.
pissed. I'm like, I almost chucked my drink. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And man,
Yeah,
I just
my
wanted
friends
to
and I
be like,
cheered. So we were pretty happy that he survived.
When that motherfucker came rolling out, dude, I was like, no fucking way. And then I was like, okay, we still had a good time. And then I was on the way home, and I was like, dude, that motherfucker Ghostface didn't kill anybody. We gave Destiny so much shit for not predicting any deaths. She said they're all going
Yeah.
to survive. And we're like, no, come on, get out of here with that. And then here we
I
go.
God. I walked out
I
of the
felt
theater with
so
my
proud
tail
of
tucked
myself.
between my leg, man. I was like, God, we are never going to hear the end of this once this stream happens. And so, Desi, bravo. We doubted you, but of course, you screamed them, kicked our ass in this particular round. So, Desi got them all correct.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Chad?
Do I have to answer that?
Yeah.
Of course, Chad Meeks. Fuck the other one. No, he knows I'm joking with him. But I did, Brother Fluff did have a question. Why didn't Ethan help Mindy on the subway if none of her friends were around? I actually have a good answer to this. It's because I think he wanted to take his name off the suspect list with Mindy and just create, that false security with the other characters. So when it's time to strike, Ethan was going to strike. So what do y'all think about this?
Agreed.
I could probably get down with that. I'd have to watch it again to kind of see exactly what happened. But yeah, that makes the most sense just thinking of it top of my head.
Well, the entire
Because,
time
like-
she was communicating with Quinn.
Well, like
Yeah.
if he wouldn't have helped her, she would have survived. Because eventually someone's gonna see her.
Yeah.
He would have been like, why? Like, he didn't fucking help me. Obviously, he's the killer. So, I think that's why.
And you also got to think too that the characters didn't know the end of the movie was coming up, So yeah, she could have been playing, or he could have been playing the long game rather, and he could have been like, yeah, I help her out now. I get off the suspect list. Nobody suspects anything. They had no idea they're all about to get slayed. So yeah, she was probably just playing the long game.
Mm-hmm.
Very good possibility. And then, of course, with Gail, Mindy, and Chad, their official theme songs. And I'm even going to let Megan sing their theme song. I am titanium. Yeah, they're right. They are. So, all right, let's go to this question. If that legit pissed me off because of freaking Chad here. the number of kills in this movie. So Destiny said that they were 13 total kills in this movie. I said there was 14, and Brad said that there was going to be 15. So if Gail and Chad would have freaking died like they were supposed to, Brad would have nailed it. If Chad would have died, I definitely would have nailed it. But Destiny absolutely nailed it.
I didn't know I got that one right. For real?
Yeah. No, for real, because I'm getting ready to tell you how it is. The three people at the beginning with Samara, the Flash Kid, and the kid in the refrigerator. The three people at the store, because there were 2 stabbings of 2 different people, and the shotgun kill. That is 6. The therapist is 7. Mindy's girlfriend was 8. Quinn's boy toy that she was having fooling around with, that we saw the dead body in the bathtub, that is 9. Gail's bodyguard / boyfriend, that was 10. And then, of course, our 3 ghost faces, that was 13.
That's what it was, because I was trying to sit there and count them because I wanted to see if I was right or not. And I kept missing
the bathtub.
The boy in the bathtub.
I did that on first watch. I missed that too. So on second watch, I was paying more attention to it. It was the bathtub is what I missed the first time.
Let's be real though.
What?
Chris is probably 100% right. Number of kills probably 0 by the time this thing is said and done. It's going to turn out in Scream 7. Every one of those sons of bitches survived, including the dude in the kitchen. He's going to end up getting fucking back to life somehow with the way this movie went.
He'll be head Sirless Nick, man, from Harry Potter. How do you do? And Blu-ray Addict, what's going on, man? How are you doing, my friend? We're just going over some predictions before we talk about some Scream 7. So let's go ahead and keep moving on here. Brad, if you don't mind, remove that comment from me real quick. No, you're good. That was me. I forgot to turn it off. Number of killers in this movie. Destiny said that there were 3. I said the traditional 2. And Brad said 1 or many, but Brad, I'm sorry, I had to keep with the 1 because many, you have to relay a number to that. So with that, Destiny got it right. Exactly 3 people.
Sons of bitches. Who gives a fuck about the movies anyway?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll say that at the end of this contest, possibly. Or is Brad going to make a comeback? We don't know. Let's keep moving on with it. The killers in this movie. I said it was going to be the therapist and Tara. Brad said it was going to be Kirby, and Destiny said question mark. She did not want to give an answer to it. She decides to give us a freebie and points, to boost our self-esteem before she totally annihilates us potentially. So the results are, we all got it wrong, technically. But I'm sure within the movie, we all figured it out. But these were our 3 killers of Detective Bailey, Quinn, and Ethan. They're the family of Richie. So real quickly, did you all like the reveal of these 3 people being Richie's family?
It's fine. Because I didn't really think about, obviously 5 is supposed to be 1 and this is supposed to be 2. I think it makes sense because that's what 2 did, but then again, that's what 2 did. So I thought it was going to lean maybe towards Sam's dad. So when it was revealed to be a dad, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I didn't think Richie was going to play such a big part in this movie whatsoever. So it was all kind of shocking. It could have been anyone else and I would have probably felt the same. I've been like, oh, that's cool. It's just, I feel like it's just, we're not going to, get that really surprise factor anymore from the movie. So it was okay. Sam's dad, he's dead. Is he dead?
Yeah, I don't think so. I saw that too, Ben's comment. I don't know. He just
his fake dad, her fake dad. Her fake dad, not Bill. Billy Lemon.
Her fake dad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, not
okay, yeah,
not
that's what he said. Billy, yeah.
Yes, obviously the real dad's dead. I thought the fake dad was
stepdad, I should say,
to do with it.
Yeah, but Brad, what about you? About the reveal?
I liked it. Okay, I thought the Detective Bailey character being the killer was really cool. It reminded me of Detective Hoffman from Saw a little bit. I thought I kind of like that. So, But this guy's actually out there slaying fools, and it made sense. He's an older guy. He's got the experience and everything like that. So it's pretty cool to see how he took those tactics and those tools that he has available to use it in the form of Ghostface, aka the shotgun, blowing people away and things like that. I thought it was really cool. The other two didn't really care. The Quinn reveal was kind of cool because they haven't really done anything like that before, so that was kind of cool. I guess Roman kind of faked his own death, but still, it was kind of neat. I didn't care as much for them, but it was cool having 3. I thought 3 was different, and I know I said in the prediction I wanted to see somebody that had a connection to the previous movies be the killer, and this technically counts because it's Richie's dad and family, so I thought that was cool.
Hell yeah. And Aaron Click says it best for me. I suspected Detective Bailey for a while, like as I was watching this movie for the first time, but then the movie threw me off the trail, dang it. And same here, when I rewatched it in the theater, dude, the signs, like the red flags, or, oh man, this video, actually, let me get real quickly. This is by Red Pillow. This is not a red flag, but this is a red pillow, and there are so many red pillows. Brad, take those fucking things off. But there are so many red pillows on a second rewatch, so it was obviously Detective Bailey, because who else could have created a magical place called the Shrine than an actual detective getting all through the evidence and all that? So, like, what the hell?
They also say that, too. And that wasn't because even while watching the movie, I still wasn't trying to figure out the killers. I was just trying to watch it and enjoy it without speculating still. Mm-hmm. And they had mentioned, like they like money or something like that. And like something went off in my head a little bit, but I was just like, oh, I know one cop in the movie. Or like obviously, Kirby, but I didn't think Kirby. But I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But I still wasn't like, he's a killer. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. So on second watch, there's definitely little details, which is like what these movies are usually good for with that part. But it was just cool to see again, being like, oh, because I feel like 5 isn't as strong with it.
Right.
There's like some exchanges a little bit, but really not that much because they're not on screen together that much. So this was pretty cool. I was like, okay, interesting.
I forgot what. Oh yeah. He would have been really obvious if it weren't for like the daughter getting slayed, because that really is what threw me off like big time. I was like, dude, there's no way that he's going to be the killer after he just killed his daughter. It doesn't make any sense. But it came back around. But yeah, it still brings up questions. Like I knew it was going to be somebody, in law enforcement or something like that. That was, my prediction, I guess, so to speak. I know a lot of people had that same kind of idea, but my money was on Kirby. I did kind of think he would be kind of a second option, of course, until his daughter was slayed. But all that evidence getting together, he's just a detective in New York, and all these other crimes took place in California and California and Ohio and all these other places that, he wouldn't have necessarily been able to retrieve that stuff from. But I thought Kirby would have been able to. But it wasn't her.
Yeah, because she was in Atlanta for with the FBI job. Metallic, what's going on, man? And let's see here. Brother Fluff says, to be fair, who the fuck doesn't like money? Exactly. So like that's why like I would sell some of my Scream stuff to be able to if it's going to go towards a shrine, absolutely. And then I did have a comment. Oh. And we got an official name now. We're going to name this the Clifford the Big Red Flag Pillow. So if anybody wants to give me a red pillow for my birthday next month that says Clifford the Big Red Flag Pillow, I would really appreciate it, and I will give you a hug.
Wow.
So
it rolls right off the tongue,
Yeah,
so
like
good.
Clifford the Big Red Flag Pillow. Yeah, that does have a smoothness to it. So Chris, my man. So all right, let's go ahead and move along here because I want to make sure we have time for Scream 7 talk. All killers revealed. Were all the killers going to be revealed in this movie? Destiny said no, while me and Brad said yes. Me and Brad got lucky this time around that all the killers were revealed in this movie. So let's see here. Let me mark that off. And then the next one is were all the killers going to be defeated in this movie? Destiny said no. I said no. And Brad said no to that one as well. And of course, we were all wrong on that one. So X's for all across the board right there. Just because, again, we were being hopeful that one of them was going to survive. I think, yeah, again, that kind of ties into this one. Did the Killers win in this one, or they wanted the Killers win? Destiny said that yes, one of them at least was going to win. I said that as well, and even Brad said that as well. Of course, we were all wrong on that one as well. No Killers win.
Should have known, Birdie. Should have known.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. We should have gone with our freaking gut. If in the last one, this was just in case for a tiebreaker, so I didn't count this one in the points. It's our bold prediction, like the bonus, like tiebreaker. And Destiny's bold predictions were that this was going to be the darkest Scream movie. I said that Tara was going to be a killer, and Brad says a bigger killer than Kirby. I gave Destiny a bonus point if she needed it, like potentially needed, or Brad needed it and all that, because she did say darkest kill, or like the darkest, and this one was definitely a dark Scream movie. But again, it does not count in this, because again, that's if we needed a bonus. So with that in mind, the winner of the Scream 6 prediction challenge is... Drum roll, please. Brad, do a drum roll.
I'm not doing it, Bert.
Okay, because you know the results. Everybody knows the results now, and it is Destiny. She wins the Scream 6 prediction challenge. And these numbers, I'll tell you the more updated ones, but that's for what I had before we did this string. But let me give you the real ones now. Out of 28 points, Destiny had 23 right, 5 wrong, while Brad had 21 right and 8. Yeah, no, that's right. Brad had 20 right and 8 wrong.
Nice.
Yeah, so Destiny wins by 3, and of course yours truly, like, who gives a shit about mine? I didn't even come close. So Destiny, congratulations, you win. You get to reclaim your title as prediction champion.
Damn.
Feels good.
Can you?
Yeah, this one was closer. I was watching it and I was like, "What did I say?" So I'm happy I won. But this one was closer. And for Scream 7, no fucking idea. So
yeah, so another year or two, we get to hear about Destiny winning this contest until we get another crack at it. So, but Destiny, congratulations on winning. I'm not so sure about if me and Brad can make you the lemon squares because we are not bakers.
Yeah, and of course Judy's no longer with us either. I'm a baker though. I'll bake. I do some baking.
You don't do baking. You do grilling.
Y'all did
I do all the
say I
above.
would get lemon squares.
That was
I just
last
don't
year.
think they would be. I just don't think that would be good if we.
I haven't eaten since last year. I'm still waiting on these lemon squares.
I can get you some lemon drops. It's the best I can do. The best I can do.
Ooh. How about, you know what I'll settle for? I'll
sour
settle
head?
for the honey cough drops. I love them things.
Ooh.
That is a very weird settle.
Wait, what was that called?
Yes.
They're honey cough drops. Honey lemon cough drops. You never just have a cough drop?
When I have a cough.
You know. They taste
Do you
good.
eat those just
Hey, that's why she never coughs.
Regularly,
That's
not
why
like
she never
candy,
coughs.
I cough a lot. Feeling crazy. Put one on. You wear a face mask, it'll burn your eyes.
How do you
that
know
I
that?
can imagine.
Because I wear a mask at work. I'll get a cough drop right up in here. Burns. Kind of feels good though. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Luis Armando, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Thank you for hanging out with us. We're about to get into some Scream 7 talk, but I did want to address this because this kind of pissed me off this morning. Did you got this from Blu-ray Addict? Did you guys see the video where this random guy at the Evil Dead Rise premiere yelled and said that this movie sucks, while Bruce Campbell, being the freaking legend that he is, told him to get the fuck out? So did you all see this?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Brad, I'll send you the tweet on it. Like, you need to watch it. It's a very funny video. But that guy, like, here's my problem, or not. It's not a problem, but here's my ordeal. I was thinking about it. If this movie fucking sucks, according to that random guy, why did he stay from beginning to end on this movie? He could have walked out at any point. So,
Bert,
fuck
send me a
that guy.
copy.
Yeah. Pow! Bam! Brat went down. Bam! Bratman, super bitch. So, all right. Let me see. Okay. Wait a minute. Brother Fuss says, take her to any Applebee's in America and say you know me. You'll get everything for free. There you go.
I happen to have an Applebee's gift card. I need to.
Brad, you hate Applebee's.
What are you talking about? I like Applebee's.
No, you don't. I was with you last time, and you say, I'm never going to come to Applebee's ever again. I'm like, well, what's your problem with Applebee's?
No, I said I wasn't going to go to that Applebee's again because they didn't take the gift card that I had.
Well, what do you think is going to happen this time?
They'll take the gift card.
I hope so. I hope so. But knowing your luck, that's not going to be a good thing. So, all right. Contest is done. That's the past. Let's look forward to the future. And the future is Scream 7. So I had like 2 questions in mind. Everyone in the chat, if you all have questions, go ahead and get them rolling in the chat. And of course, Destiny, Brad, if you all have questions about the future of Scream 7, definitely ask those questions. But my first one is obviously going to be, who do you think, like, where do you think the story is going to go next? Because my first thought on that is going to be, it's going to have to be Sam's mother now. I really truly think that they keep referencing her a lot. They referenced her in 5 and 6. I feel like it makes sense for her like to come back on screen and to be a killer because of all the negativity that Sam has caused her when she found the journal and everything. And that's to me how it comes all in full circle. Because it's all about that journal.
That would make sense. I would love to see Sam become the killer before this thing's over with, man, because I think she's freaking badass. And, she kind of likes it. She put on the Ghostface outfit in the last one, Billy's, and she was slaying that dude up. And she did it obviously in the first one, too, in the 5th one. It's really cool to see. And I think it'd be really cool if maybe she kind of becomes it would be, I don't know how they would do it because I know her and Tara have that tight connection. Because I don't know, because it would obviously be cool. I don't see her killing Tara, but what if they slayed off Nev and Gale or something? I don't know. That could happen. They've kind of set that up to be a possibility. I don't know. It would be. I think she'd be a hell of a good killer, though. If it would be a good arc over these 3 movies.
Very interesting, Brad. Destiny, you got a comment towards Brad's thoughts right there?
I mean, there is that possibility. They definitely hinted at it, I think, even more in this movie. But I feel like her dropping the mask, symbolizes,
yeah,
not
like to leave it in the past.
But there's still a chance, we don't know where she's going to be at whenever 7 comes out. They could completely change the story and, all of a sudden she's actually, really bad again or something. But I think there's still a chance of that coming. And I think it would be interesting to see, but I don't know. I don't know if I would want her to be, honestly, but it would be cool if done right. Because I do think that end, when she's getting that kill, all the stabbing when in robe and mask, I was just like, that's probably the part that had my jaw on the floor. I was like, oh my God, she's still going. So there's a chance,
With some good writing, you could turn this into an epic tragedy story. Like freaking Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Could you imagine? Freaking Tara versus Sam? And it kind of comes down to that. She slays off Nev in the bunch, or at least Gale, one of the legacy characters. Because she would earn it. I think that would be an earned kill because she's built up to this for 3 movies if she comes back. And she would earn whatever she wanted to do. I mean, I think at this point it would make sense. So, I mean, that could be a really epic story, I think, with some good writing. Yeah, like the fall of Sam, man. That could be what the whole trilogy is about.
Or it could be the fall of Tara, because she was getting a little stab happy towards the end of Scream 6. So what if she actually gets a new hungry for killing? She likes the taste of it. She'd be like, you know what? Killing is fun. Let's go kill some more people. So I can easily see Tara do that. But of course, my big one is that I definitely think that the Carpenter's mom is going to play a big factor into this. But I'm going to let y'all know now, too. Do not rule out the dad, because he will easily have motivation to be a killer. Just because when Sam figured out that secret, it really damaged him as well. And he probably wants revenge on that as well.
Yeah, dude, for sure. And let's not forget Kirby now as a returning legacy character that's going to be back. And she could get slayed by whoever the killer is too. But either way, I don't think she's going to end up being a killer Kirby, but I think she could end up being one of those pinnacle moments. If it is Sam or somebody big like that she could really earn some credibility. So that would be cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. Brother Fluff with the boldest one, he says, all I know is Scream 10 is going to space.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Let's go there, man. Let's freaking go there.
Oh,
It wouldn't. Let's all be real though. It wouldn't make any sense to bring Stu back at this point. This is a completely separate. They've set it up to be a completely separate series of events. These 5, 6, and 7. It's going to be its own thing. It's not really that connected to the first 4 movies, save for a couple of appearances from our legacy characters. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Stu coming back makes any sense at all. I think it's going to be something within the confines of what they've established in these last 2 movies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, not a bad point at all there, Brad. So I like that. Blu-ray Addict says, hopefully after 7 they take a few years off and come back and make a new trilogy. That I agree with, because I don't want to burn out the Scream franchise, even though it's great having it back, but I definitely do like for it to have room to breathe as well. So after the 7th one, I definitely say take a 3 to 5 year hiatus, in my opinion.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I think that's not a bad idea.
Desi, what about you?
Yeah. And you know how I said there wouldn't be any stab references in this movie. I think it would be cool to sort of erase the whole stab aspect of the Scream movies and remove some of the whole meta-ness of them and just have it be a scary slasher without it being horror movies everywhere. I still think that could really work. So I think that would be cool for later on, for it just not to be so
meta
at the time in a way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Plus, that's what made the first one so special too, just because they didn't have to rely on stab or anything, because the first Scream movie is stab. So I would like to then go back to, like Brad likes to say, go back to the roots of the original and just and enhance it in a way while also respecting the first one. So that's a good idea. Just to make it more serious and scary. Let's see here. He also says, I want to see Stu come back and kill Gale or Kirby in the opening of 7, and that's what brings Sidney back. Yeah, I wouldn't say Kirby would be the reason Sidney comes back, but easily Gale would be a great reason for Sidney to come back.
And I think Sidney will come back.
Yeah, that was going to be actually my next question.
Yeah. I think if they're going to kill Gale off, Sidney needs to be there for it. So I think that would make it a better story for sure. And I don't know how big of a character, honestly, is there room for Sidney though? That's the question at this point. Is it going to be distracting if they bring her back? Is it going to make the story not as good if they bring her back? Because I think we saw what they did in 6. It felt like a new leaf was turned, but I do think she will come back for sure. Now that she's seen how successful these movies are and how much people are liking this new trilogy, I think she'll come back to it.
Okay. Destiny, what about you? Do you think Neve Campbell is going to come back in Scream 7?
I mean, I would love to have her back, but I don't think so.
Here's my thing. I will like this movie. Like Scream 6 obviously proved you can make a good Scream movie without without like the major player that is Sidney Prescott. You can make a successful Scream movie without her. I think they will bring her back, just because like it's the final movie of this particular trilogy, and she played a pretty good part in the fifth one. So I would say they will try to get her back. But I'll be honest with you, I do not need her back. And plus, when you bring her back, you increase the likelihood that she could potentially die. And I don't want that for her, just because I don't think that would make sense for her to die after everything she has gone through in this franchise. So I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I would be extremely nervous if she came back. So I'm going to say I hope she does not come back again for Scream 7.
This could be pretty epic. I think this could be pretty epic. What Chris just said here. You open the movie up with Mark being killed, the opening kill, aka Patrick Dempsey comes back and gets slayed. Sydney's gonna like maybe Ghostface travels out to California, wherever she's living now. I can't remember. And that's what kicks the whole thing off. Ghostface kills Gail in the movie as well. It's just Sydney left. The Ghostface is Sam. You have this freaking epic battle with Sam and Sydney, and then you could wrap up the whole franchise with Sydney winning that right there, and then it's over. Fine. They set up this whole thing. They wrap it all up, and Sydney's on top one last time. Could be cool.
Or her Sam side by side to each other, the face of the old and the face of the new, fighting or battling it out with the two ghost faces in the final act.
Yeah, hell yeah, that could be cool too. Could be cool as well.
Mm-hmm. And Brooke had a good point here too, wanting to bring her point up. Say, what about a possibility of Sam having a twin brother? And the mom gave him up, being afraid that he would be like Billy, which would kind of be like Roman. Yeah, because that's a comparison I've been seeing a lot lately as well for most people's predictions for Scream 7. Because they're saying Scream 6 was a lot like Scream 2 with a bunch of like particular areas that they did nods of. So a lot of people are saying that the killer in Scream 7 is definitely going to be family related. That's why I'm thinking the mother for that particular reason. But you know what? It wouldn't be surprising to me if a twin brother, because apparently Brad created a twin brother for me, and I don't even have a fucking brother.
Hey, I did not create that brother, but he was there nonetheless.
It was your idea. But Destiny, what do you think about that? Like, do you think this is going to be like, do you think Scream 7 is going to be more like Scream 3? Because you love Scream 3, so I'm kind of interested to, like, do you hope that's what they do, or do you want Scream 7 to be its own thing?
I hope that's not what they do. Because, like, obviously Scream 3 has its fans. I'm one of them. But Scream 3 is not, like, perceived very well. There's still a lot of people that don't like this movie, and I think more people are coming around to it, but there's still a lot of people that do not like this movie, and it's still not rated that well. So I can't imagine them looking at Scream 3 and being like, let's do this again. It worked out so well the first time, you know? Mm-hmm. I believe the mom aspect more than I believe something like that, because, yeah, it would make sense for more family stuff, because it's always tied back to family, but I don't think it'll be like a brother aspect.
Yeah, I definitely hope not for the brother aspect. So, like, if they do like the mother thing, I would be pleased with that, but I would still love it, like, for them to do a swerve on us and not be anything family tied. It could just be someone we never expect, because I do hope for that part. And Russell, yes, friggin' rewatch Scream 3, my friend. Do it tonight after this.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So before I go with my last question, the last question I have, do you all have like anything you all want to talk about when it comes to Scream 7, or if you all have a question to ask about Scream 7?
I have like nothing. I haven't even thought about Scream 7, honestly.
So you're pretty much like soaking in Scream 6 right now. Like, yeah. I don't blame you for that, but just out of curiosity.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. I do not know. When we get stuff about it, maybe then. But right now, no idea. Because, like, it could go, I don't know. I don't freaking know. But that's how I felt going into this movie. And I obviously made predictions because we had questions. I had no idea. So hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully they keep that up.
Yeah, definitely me too. Especially, I hope the marketing is great again, without not giving us too much. So, like, I think they really learned from the Halloween trilogy not to give too much away. Brad, what about you? Do you have any questions about Scream 7?
I think while I would have liked to see them do more to set up 7 and 6, aka maybe Sam keeping the mask at the end, one of the killer surviving or something like that, just to create a little intrigue. I'm probably more looking forward to this movie, Scream 7, than I was Scream 6 when that was announced. And I'm definitely more looking forward to this than Halloween Ends after watching Halloween Kills. So I think that's I think they did such a good job with this one that I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go next. And I think, nothing's off the table. I think they could do just about anything at this point still that has been speculated on.
Yeah, just like the big thing I want them to do, like if again we're assuming this is going to be Radio Science's last Scream movie with Scream 7. That's just assuming anything can happen after Scream 7. But I was thinking like if like a lot of people complained they played it too safe with Scream 6, which they did because again nobody really important died in this movie. So I feel like Scream 7. I hope I challenge them to go balls to the wall crazy and start killing off people. Even if it has to be Sydney. Again, I don't want her to, but I just want them to go crazy, like as crazy as they can go, while also respecting the franchise.
Yeah, pretty much go as crazy as they went in 6, but actually kill people instead of them coming back at the end saying, "We got a live one."
Oh my god! Yeah, we're at the. Oh my god, we're at the funeral. It's like here below is Chad Meeks and
It'd be like Superman on Man
what
versus or Batman v Superman.
Oh my god, we got a live one here. Open the
You think there were
casket.
people back in '97 that were like, "Man, dude, I really wish they would have killed off Dewey in Scream 2. I really wish they would have kept him freaking dead. Why the hell did he come back at the end?"
I don't think
See,
there's
that's
not
the
one
thing.
person.
That is the thing. Look, yes, this one was definitely more than what Dewey got before 5. Okay, I will admit to that. And is it likely? Absolutely not. But these characters have had plot armor before.
Yeah,
This is not the first time this has happened in movies, and people don't
Especially
care about
Dewey.
that.
You know who didn't have
But-
plot armor? Cotton fucking Weary, dude. I was hoping he would, and I was hoping he would come back, but he did not have said plot armor.
Unfortunately.
That's a bold strategy there, Cotton. But no, that is a great point. Dewey definitely created the term plot armor in this franchise because he survived a stab in the back, multiple stabs in the back. He survived a lucky knife throw that luckily he got the tail end of the knife hitting in the forehead and falling down some stairs. And of course, the most brutal move of all of Scream Entertainment, the bathroom pan, one of those hospital ones. He survived that one. So if he could survive that one, he should be able to survive everything. Unfortunately, that was not the case with our boy Dewey.
That is
Yep.
true.
So, but that is a good point. And I also want to say hello to Maddie Baker. What's going on, my friend? Saying, Stream 6, I think he meant Scream 6, but had a lot of great nostalgia for all the films up until now. I love for them to move on and do their own arc with Sam and Tara. Oh, hello, Bert. Yeah, I agree with that. We're now fully into the Sam and Tara like time and story. So I would love for them to have more of even a bigger arc in 7, like for a finale. So I absolutely agree with that, Maddie Baker. So let me check out any comments here. Since Brad is gone, I'll re-emphasize the question when he comes back, or if he comes back. Ghostface might have gotten him. But for my last question, kind of like, we got excited that Samara Weaving was in this movie. Who do we want to see in this movie? If there's a chance for them to get any kind of celebrity out there to be put in this movie, Destiny, I know where you're going with it already with that smirk right there. So go ahead and say his name. Who do you want in Scream 7?
I would love for Joseph Quinn to be in a Scream movie.
Knew it.
Absolutely.
And I could see him be a killer.
Get out of town.
I would like
that's
for
me.
him to be a killer. I'm so tired of him being killed. Well,
Oh,
okay, I would like okay. If he's a killer, there's still a chance he could be killed. But he always freaking gets like the shit end of the stick. So I think it's his turn to have, a little fun.
So would you say he is the Katie Cassidy of the horror of movies?
I would say of TV shows. Even, yeah, I would say
Yeah,
his
definitely
entire
TV shows.
filmography is really upsetting. Not a lot of happy roles. So, yeah, I just want to see him, have fun. I'm not, my hopes are not up for A Quiet Place day one. I'm not going into this movie expecting him to live, because I know
Aw.
better. So,
Well,
I
you
would
know,
suggest
Destiny,
him.
we know that opinion's going to change once the opening night.
I mean, I'm excited for the movie. He's
hmm
going to most likely die in the movie, though. So, but I'm really excited for that. But I would like to see Joseph Quinn in a Scream movie.
Hell yeah. And before I ask you anything else, Brad, go ahead and get that. What is that, my friend?
That is Jeffrey Miller sending 199 super sticker rather, and for that, I gotta say,
There you go. Thank you, sir. There you go. Thank you, sir. There you go. There you go.
much appreciated. Thanks for the support, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, and it's a super sticker. So let me go to the YouTube studio and see what that looks like.
Yeah, check it out. Let me know. And
It looks pretty cool, but he gave us a behind the scenes movie clapboard sticker. So thank you so much, Jeffrey Miller.
hell yeah, dude! I've never seen that before, so that's actually kind of cool. That's neat. I
Yeah,
didn't even know that
hell
was a thing.
yeah. And Desi, I know you said Joseph Quinn, but do you want anybody else to be in the Scream 7? That kind of like on your wish list.
I mean, I see Maddie said Mia Goth. That would be really cool. Big fan of hers. Anya Taylor-Joy, big fan of hers. That would be pretty cool. Probably like those three. Those are probably, besides some of the people we have in the movie right now, those are probably some of my favorite people that are working today, younger wise. So I would definitely say one of those three.
Alrighty. Brad, do you have any celebrity wish list for them to be in Scream 7?
I mean, if we could get Selena Gomez in this damn thing, I think we'd all be a little
Dadgummit,
happy.
Brad. I was saving her. Dadgummit. I knew I should have talked before you.
We're gonna get Selena Gomez at some point.
We
It
got
would
to.
be- It would be cool if Roger L. Jackson got to make a cameo, at some point. I know it's not
Yes.
really a celebrity. I mean, he is a celebrity, but per se. But I think it'd be cool if he got a little kind of like Nick Castle did in Halloween Ends.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be really cool, actually.
Yeah, or that'd be cool. Like if they go like somewhere and they're like, "Hey, you!" Pretty much if Roger L. Jackson had like the same cameo as Wes Craven did, or something like along those lines. I think that would be a badass nod to both Wes and for Roger L. Jackson. So, damn, Brad, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Do you have anybody else?
No, I think that's good, man. I was gonna say Mia Goth. I didn't have Anya Taylor-Joy in mind, but that's another great freaking pick that I would
Excellent
love to see.
Yeah, and I'm with Destiny. It would be cool for Joseph Quinn to be a part of this franchise. I think that would be awesome. But definitely, Ashton saved the one that I had up my freaking sleeve right here. I want Lauren Lavera in this movie, who plays our badass final girl Sienna in Terrifier 2. I think she would be awesome in a Scream movie.
But I want her to be Ghostface.
Ooh.
That'd be cool. That'd
So
be
you know what?
In real
I
life,
think she could.
she could kick some ass in those movies too. So I think she'd be really good as a killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I agree with that because, like, especially if you hear like the behind the scenes of what she'd gone through with Terrifier 2, you know for a fact that she can kick ass in real life. So, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I think she just deserves it because no one really gave Terrifier 2 a chance, and what she and David Howard Thornton did for that movie was astounding. So, I feel like they need a way bigger opportunity and a bigger stage to prove themselves and to reward them too. And that for me, for Lavera, it's easily in Scream. I really hope they can get her. And she even showed interest of wanting to be in the Scream movie. All she said was, "Give me a call."
Perfect.
I
make
wonder
that
if
call
that was
collect.
a pun.
Birdie.
Oh man. And Oh, Chris, how insane would a Jamie Lee Curtis cameo be where she gets killed in the opening, getting redemption from her resurrection opening? That's not a bad idea, but I don't think she's coming back.
I'd be
She's
like,
gonna just,
what?
yeah, like that would be an ultimate like WTF. But I feel like with her Oscar, she's done. I think she's not going to do anything else. Which again, worth from what I heard, well deserved Oscar for Jamie Lee Curtis. So congratulations on that. And then try to see. I'm trying to think. Like, I figured there was lots like also another guy. I know we mentioned Joseph Quinn, but I know there's like someone else out there if I think could really benefit. If not, I'll put it in the comic section down below, or I'll tweet about it. But it's freaking leaving my head. So, anything else about Scream 7, or anything else about Scream 6 y'all want to talk about before we wrap it up?
I love Scream 6, and I'm excited for Scream 7. Whatever direction they may go in, I'm really excited. So I'm not looking forward to waiting, however long. Mm-hmm. But eventually we'll get it, and we'll be doing this again. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I love doing these just to see how right I am.
I'm not looking forward to it.
It's just fun. I just like to do these. These are actually a lot of fun. So
we all know you looked at the freaking the leaks that came out.
Or she talked to our buddy Chris, because Chris knew all the spoilers going into the movie.
I knew nothing.
Yeah,
I know. I was giving you a hard time.
Cut out my eyeballs.
Ooh.
Actually, the only thing I did see,
slash out your eyelids.
The only thing I did see, which was after the stream, this was fucking the day I'm going to see it. Someone posted in a group saying how similar it is to Scream 2, and I was like, what? And then I exit off Facebook, and I just try not to think about it. So that's the only thing I knew, luckily, going in. I would have been pissed.
Justin Long is a great one. Yes, Chris, thank you. Mika Monroe, that's the other one I was thinking of. It wasn't a male, it was a female. Mika Monroe would be cool to see in a... were you laughing, Brad, at the same one I was looking at?
If Paul Revere is what I was laughing at there.
What's going on, Paul Revere? Denzel Washington as Ghostface in full Training Day mode after the reveal. Oh, man. If I could only say that particular line on stream, I would, but can't. So, Denzel Washington would be a great one. Me. Yeah. Yeah, Carpenter Sisters don't got shit on me. But this would be the good last question, and we'll say what's coming up on channels. Which Scream film has the best soundtrack? And before we answer that, the ultimate Selena Gomez appearance would be if she sang the theme song for Scream 7. Kind of like how Demi Lovato did.
Bring it. Bring it.
And can we also say I've been listening to that song nonstop too, the Demi Lovato song.
See, I didn't really care. Like, okay, I like Billie Eilish, and then they did include a Billie Eilish song, which at first I was like, it just felt so weird hearing just like music, because like with Scream 5, besides Red Right Hand, I didn't know any of those songs. So then hearing a song I already knew in this movie, I was like, what the fuck? That's kind of weird. But I didn't really like the soundtrack that much, like the actual soundtrack for this one. But Scream 5, Fall Out of Love, that I listened to that one nonstop. That was in my top 5 for my Spotify Wrapped. But for my favorite is definitely Scream 3.
Mm-hmm.
I love Scream 3 soundtrack. It is so good. Just like dad rock, and I love it.
I absolutely agree with that. I need to re-listen to that one in Scream 5 because I think you're the second person I heard that they preferred the Vane song in 5. Yeah, that was it. That was Chris.
That's the one that plays at the end credits
of Scream 5.
It's so good.
I need to re-listen to that. But yeah, I'm with Blu-ray Addict. It's awesome. I've been listening to that nonstop. I bet that'll be at the end of my Spotify by the end of the year. But I agree with you, Destiny. Scream 3 definitely has the best soundtrack in my opinion because mainly of one man and 2 words. And Destiny, I know you speak Creed. What if?
Yes, I love that. I was actually listening to that today at work. Because I have most of the soundtrack from the Scream 3 like on my like Spotify, and so I love when it comes on because it has like the Scream 3 like artwork for it too. Every time I see it, I'm like, yes, I love that shit.
Hell yeah. Brad, what about you? What's your favorite Scream album?
The first one was great. I mean, it's hard to beat that. I mean, I like the Creed songs, especially when it came out, back in the day. I was really into it. But I'd have to go with the first one. Just, off the top of my head. Yeah.
So even with arms wide open.
It was cool, man. The variety was missing though. The variety, it was all Creed. So I just, I like having.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I liked having What If in the air and stuff, but the variety would have been nice.
I'm going to get passionate too with Creed right here. I agree with Chris. No one talks about Is This the End? That's so good too. And Spiders from System of a Down. That's really good too. That's the one that plays probably the most on my phone. I love, but also from 5, I really like the song Guilty Conscience. And I'm not like super, I like some pop, but I'm not super broad with like the pop music I listen to. It's mainly just stuff I already like. That one though, that made it to like my top 20, I think, because I was listening to that one a lot. So I think Scream 5 did have like a really good soundtrack. It was just different because it was very pop.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely going to re-listen to that track just because, again, like I thought Scream 6 was really good, but apparently I forgot about Scream 5. So I'm going to listen to it after the stream here. And I agree with Russell. You want to start a band, Russell? Let's freaking start a band, man. I actually can't get my address on here. So message me. We'll start a freaking band, man. We'll get a band all together. Get our own Core 4 band going. So all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. So Destiny, what do you got coming up? And what's do you know the topic for Fear Freaks next week?
Oh yeah, so Back from the Dead this Sunday, and then we're doing Fear Freaks on Monday after y'all stream.
Okay.
And it's just gonna be like a chill hangout because I don't know.
Okay.
And then I think that's it. I know Matt's channel's coming up.
Yeah, the 23rd for next Thursday. Yeah, you'll be on his channel. I do remember
Yes,
that.
the 23rd. Yes, I knew it was coming up soon. So 23rd, and we'll be watching Wolf Pop.
Nice. Hell yeah. So that's awesome. So all Destiny's socials are in the description down below so you can keep up with her and when she will be streaming. And then what's coming up for Good Real Hunting? Let's take a gander here, shall we? If I can skip all these 51 cards from earlier. Let's see here. As Destiny said, this coming Sunday is going to be Back from the Dead, the March episode where we celebrate the horror movie anniversaries. And we got some good movies to talk about here, so you do not want to miss it. Sunday at noon Eastern time. And then, Brad, I know this is freaking March, man, so I know you're super excited about this one.
Dude, the real March Madness is this month, March 31st. We're going to kick things off with we're going to end things with a bang, I should say. One big-ass stream, 64 epic 1990s movies. We're going to dwindle that down to one champion. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, it's going to be nearly impossible. We're going to have a lot of fun that night. We're going to need your help, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm going to make this next Tuesday, but if it were to change, I'll let you all know. But we're going to do a premiere video for our Slash It Out pre-recorded video of Child's Play 2019 and how Megan copied it. So it'll be Megan versus Child's Play 2019. That would be this coming Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's my plan, to do a premiere video on that. And then next Thursday, we got our Tearing It Up stream with Chad. We're bringing him on, and we're going to go over the Scream characters. And we're going to tier all the popular Scream characters for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And tomorrow, big announcement for our channel too, so be sure to stay tuned to our socials at noon for the big announcement on that. And Brad, you want to go ahead and announce what we're doing starting April the 2nd?
Dude,
epic, I don't have
man.
a thumbnail for it, but I'll let you tell the people.
We had to do it on the 2nd, not the 1st, because we didn't want you all to think it's an April Fool's joke. But April the 2nd, we're going to be kicking off a long but awesome journey of Friday the 13th watch-alongs. Not necessarily leading up to the new series on Peacock, but that is what made us want to do this. When that was announced, we started talking about this. We started getting our guest list lined up a couple months ago, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to go through all the Friday the 13th movies starting on April the 2nd. It's going to be awesome. And tomorrow's, guys, tomorrow's announcement's big, man. It's huge. I don't know yet. I might try to go live a little bit before it, just to kind of answer any questions and things like that. But it may not happen.
Right. If you want to go live first, and I'll make the social media posts after that. Yeah, let me know, dude.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow. We'll talk more about it.
And I'll create you all the stuff too if you just let me know tomorrow. I have plenty enough time. But yeah, definitely just tune in tomorrow because again, big announcement on that. And then Brooke says, when's the show coming out? We do not know when the show is coming out, but me and Brad are always on the lookout for any announcements on that, and we always post a video about the latest Friday the 13th news. So yeah, we're bringing on special guests to watch these awesome Friday the 13th movies with us, and I cannot promise if this person down there is or if she's going to be watching a particular movie. Who we can. And of course, she's going to watch one with us. So we'll let you know when that is going to be and which movie she will watch. So you all will have to stay tuned for all this amazing stuff. And of course, let us know, guys, what did you think about our post-prediction stream for Scream 6? Did you like our predictions? Do you laugh at Destiny 1 or you feel sad for me? And what also do you think about the feature of Scream 7? Let us know all of that amazing stuff in the comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling. And Brad, before you say it, Chris, I'm glad you mentioned the poll. 26 votes if Stu Faulkner is dead. I'm going to end the poll so nobody votes at the end. 26 votes. It is 50-50. 50% said yes and 50% said no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, we'll find out.
Yeah, we will find out. But Brad, if they want to find out more about our channel, where can they find us?
Guys, if you want to help us out finding the good reels, you can do so by finding us on all of our social media pages down below. Destiny stuff's probably down there as well. Yes,
it is.
Probably. I figured so. So check that stuff out as well. It's all down there.
Yeah, and so yeah, check out all of that. And Destiny, thank you so much for hanging out with us and for also kicking our asses in this prediction stream. Don't worry, when Scream 7 comes out or gets close, we will do all this all over again. So until then, we will see you guys. We'll see you for the announcement tomorrow, and we'll see you for Back for the Dead on Sunday. Let me get my end credits. So, all right, do the points. We're out of here.